welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop. Very happy to see you here today. We're working on the second of the two boys that unfortunately lost their house in a fire. So I'm working on Troy's quilt right now. I've already did up Jason's. I'll give you a quick peek at that one. So and then we can move on to Troy's. So hopefully maybe Pop can get in a little, I don't know if he can or not. I'll just kind of hold it up, maybe you can get a look. So I did like a little sun and then some waves and a cloud and like some dunes and then some vehicles on the dunes, and then filled it up with his name on the very, very bottom with funky letters. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing today for Troy's. We're going to be doing his letters. I've already filled in the majority of his quilt. Okay. Oh, it's a little heavy. And of course it's the very luxy polar on the back here is just, it's awesome. Love it. Okay. Hopefully he will too. So either way, it looks good, whether it's on the back, the black part, or on the blue. So we'll just tuck that there. So we're finishing Troy's. So I've got the majority of it already stitched, and then I came back up here, so this is what we could film. I'm gonna click out my boundary points. I'm gonna place a Y in there. It's gonna stitch out, and then we're gonna fill in the Y and fill in the T, and that's it. So, all right, now we're gonna put our points of where I want the Y to sit. Okay. And of course I don't want to come too close to the O, so I'm going to put that in there. Follow the lines where I've already got stitched going on. And I'm going to put a Y in that space. And I've just chosen, it's a calligraphy Y, that's what it says. I believe it was just in the Statler Stitcher database. Okay, so there's my space I want to put it in. I'm going to select my Y as a single pattern. I'm going to place it on my zone that I need it to, and I'm just going to stretch it out to fit wherever I want it to, because I want a nice big Y. I made all the letters nice and big, so I'm just going to stretch it out to fill that space. There we go, perfect. Now I'm going to ask it to quilt it. It's going to go, sure, Laura Lynn. That's why you got me. Bring the bobbins up. Okay. Hopefully you like the new position of the camera. We unfortunately had a tiny little accidento with the other one. So it broke. So it needs to get replaced. And this one sits just a little bit lower, and hopefully it's you can see what's going on. When I did a little test patch over here, Pop said it looked good. So, oh yeah. Just doing a fancy Y. It's going to come all the way down over here, back up, over there. And I did get the Mom and Dad's quilt done. It's hanging over here behind me. It has two borders of gray, a 5-inch and a 3.5 inch. So it turned out to be, started as a 72 project, turned out to be 88 by 88 in the end. So I think that's a great size to toss over a queen size bed, to cuddle with, to hang out on the porch with, whatever, a picnic blanket. And that's it, that's the Y stitched out, okay? So we're gonna lock in those little stitches there. And then I'm gonna take it off its belts. Scooting this way. See, there's my little practicey patch that I did, okay? Because I want a free motion filling in these letters. So I'm just unhooking it from both sides here. Okay, the X and the Y. And then you can see right here how I did the O. I just kind of did loops this way and then back around the other way. And of course I was trying to outline the letters as much as possible. And then I'll show you over here the R and how I did the R. Okay, and then the T is just stitched out just like the Y. So we're going to fill it in. And I thought maybe just some pebbles. And of course you can come and outline afterwards the letter, but it's also a good place to travel back and forth too, so you don't have to worry about too much of the buildup. So I want to just click OK that it's done its stitching, and just put on regulated with 12 stitches per inch. Okay. Alrighty. Countdown's on for the end of school, man. Let me tell you, all those little munchkins are excited. Got 7 whole days left. And I'm just going to fill this in with some pebbles and maybe a couple of straight lines and some more pebbles and some curved lines, and yeah, just have some fun. Do them big, do them small. Don't worry if you came a little bit past your outline of the letter, because like I said, you're just going to build on that. You're either going to thread paint it like this, all the way across, like as you're coming up around it, or you're just going to keep doing loops back and forth to, you know, big stretches of 10 or 8 inches or something like that to fill it in. Or just keep going around and around and around. I mean, I kind of did that with a couple of different ones. All right, so I'm going to do like a little straight line and a curve. And then come back, do a couple little bubbles or pebbles, do a little curve. And then at this point I want to make sure I'm adding a couple pebbles there. And I want to make sure if I want to add as many lines as I want to fill in that space. All right. And I chose one of my new threads, Pistachio. And it just seemed, this quilt was calling for it. It's actually kind of showing up slightly green with a little bit of silver. And of course you can just travel in between your bubbles, okay? Or your pebbles. Okay. I'm going to try and travel back on that line to fill back in this right here. Right here. And there was like 2 or 3 spots. There we go. And then just weave and wobble through. Put a new line. And then make some pebbles. And that's how I'm just going to finish in this Y. Really fun and textured, and you know, make it interesting for them. Very tactile when you got all the little fluffies, and of course I've used the high loft batting, so it just really makes it all puffy fluffy in all the spots. It's really quite cool. Just fill in a few. And of course you can do as many lines as you want or necessary that you feel is, you know, you need to fill in the space, right? So, you know, you can even go all the way up and make it a complete line across. I mean, the design is up to you, you know. I'm just helping fill in the space and have some fun with it. It's like I did with the O and with the R, you know. Pop some more pebbles in here. Have the lines going the other way. So hopefully everybody had a good Father's Day. The weather was so crazy here. It was like an hour of sun, and then an hour of storm, and an hour of sun, and then an hour of storm. Like, I swear, probably all those people who were trying to start up the barbecues were like, oh, for Pete's sakes, turn the broiler on. Sorry, I thought Pop was trying to signal me there. I saw something in my peripheral vision. And you don't have to fill in all the spots, just give it some depth and, you know, texture. Like, it doesn't all have to be filled in crazy wazy, like, you know, quilting it so it's not breathing anymore. It doesn't need to be. You know, follow the line in the Y to keep traveling. You know, and then fill it in with some, work one side, and then you can always use the outside of the letter to travel to get to the other section, right? Hopefully everybody's garden is doing well if you got one going on. My peonies are coming up like crazy, and I just got this beautiful oriental lily. And it's between last night's storm and today's sunshine and storm and everything else like that was going on this week. It actually has bloomed, and it's so pretty. So pretty. Got beautiful pink coloring. Took some pictures of it. I'm going to put it on my Facebook page. Just fill it in, have some fun. You know, leave some loops in between, leave some spaces in between. It's just to kind of give it as much texture and fun as possible. You know, it really sucks to have a house fire. You know, we've been there, we've done that. You know, we lost our son's baby book and all his baby clothes and the little journal I wrote when I was pregnant with him, and you know that stuff. You know, it's been 17 years. You just, you know, you get over it, you move on. You know, you just try to hold on to those memories that you do remember, right? Life is like that. It's got to make you stronger. Okay, so I'm going to come up on this side so I can work the other side of the Y. I'm going to say W. I don't even know where that came from. Okay, so now start some circles. And in really no time at all, you got this little, you know, art graffiti fun thing going on. That, you know, when he's cuddled with it at night and he's, you know, rubbing his hand across his quilt to, you know, get all snug in, he's going to feel all sorts of, you know, neat things and know that, you know, people really care about him and his family and our community. You know? And sometimes you get dealt a, you know, a sucky hand of cards, but you just keep plugging on. I keep your chin up. Put one on an angle here. Go all crazy like being a rebel. So I can't wait to quilt up the purple and gray one. We did it on a weekend project, and it's one hanging behind me for the parents, so that'll be lots of fun. I'm trying to like think of, just gonna change position here. Do I highlight the star? Do I do something in each block? Do I make something, you know, else, like so it's a different pattern from the behind, you know? So we'll see, we'll see. All right, so just fill it in. And go back over here, do one there. Fill it in with some circles. I took some classes last week at the Quilt Canada from Sue Patton, P-A-T-T-E-N. Quite the world famous long armor, and I had a lot of fun. She's quite the little firecracker. You know, and she says, "Oh, you crossed over? Oh, who cares? It's all good. Move on." I'm like, all right, I like her. Not stressing about the crossing over bits, man. The goal is to have fun. If it's not a show quilt, really, I wouldn't fuss too much about it. Just have some fun. They're gonna love it no matter what it looks like. All right, almost on the Y. I'll save the highlighting around it till afterwards, till after the video, and I'll show you quickly what I'm going to do on the T, and then I won't finish it, but I'll show you what the rest of the quilt looks like. Okay. Lock some stitches right in there. Okay. Okay, take a quick little look at that. See how fast that was and how fun, and look how kind of really super duper cool it is. All right, over to the Y, over to the R. I feel like Vanna White. All right, so now for the T, what I was gonna do is just like what they call McTavishing, just kind of do some S and meet the point and back up and then just fill it in and da-da-da. So I'll do a bit of it and then we'll call that call that a show. So I'm going to start way up over here. Actually, it should probably work from one side to the next. That seemed to make more sense, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Okay. Can't say I've ever McTavished a letter before, so this is all fun stuff. Okay. Now remember, it's constant stitch, regulated stitches, or you could put it on constant. I mean, it's up to you. And you know, depending on how big you do your filler inners, how close you do them together, and then that's, you can travel. And then you want to go in the opposite direction, but you will end up filling in that before you go. And then of course use the outside of the letter to travel. Okay, I'm just going to travel up here and just do the same. It's actually super fun filler. You can get it done really fast, you know, if you leave enough space in between, and of course you can easily travel. And come deep around a curve. I can't wait to gift these to them. I really can't. I'm like, do I wait until all others are done, or do I give the boys theirs and keep the mom and dad's as a surprise? I haven't linked her in any of the videos or anything like that, so I didn't want to, you know, feel like I was putting pressure on her or anything. You know, I know it sounds silly, but I'm sure you'd understand. You know, didn't want her to feel like she had to, or, you know, watch them. A little bit of the polar backing is kind of popping up from the back to the front. I'm really not too worried about that. A couple of washes and wear, it'll all sink back in. It'll all be good. Just kind of fill that little gap in a bit, and then change direction. That's pretty much how I'm going to finish out this whole tee. Won't take too much longer. And that'll be both of these boys' quilts done. So I'm just going to put that down there and unroll the bottom, and then maybe, I don't know if Pop can kind of get a good look, but I did do some, like a little sea, wavy beach sort of thing. I don't know what I did, but I had some fun. Let's just put it that way. So hold on, let me see if I can give myself enough space. Oh, maybe a little bit more. Well, you haven't had any camera time in forever, Clive. Okay, hold on, there we go. Here, I'll try and hold it up. There we go. So it's upside down, but maybe you can kind of get a look at it. Hopefully the long arm's not in the way, but probably is. But I just did some like classic cars on the bottom, put some boats with some waves and then some more waves, and just kind of gave it some fun. Nothing too consistent, just had a lot of fun with it and gave it a lot of texture, and I just hope he'll enjoy it for a very long time. I know it's really kind of cool to get something personalized like that, and I know I would love one. It'd have to be a really big quilt to spell out Laurelyn though. But I'm okay with that. So hope you like this week's Long Arm Wednesday, and don't forget to check out Weekend Project. We're going to do a hexagon star block. I'm going to put this down because it's getting heavy, sorry. A hexagon star block with colored centers and like the same tone on the outside all the way, so it really makes all those little stars pop. So if you're interested in that, follow along, get all your hexagons cut, and I'm sure there's lots of patterns out there. Actually, I think it's so very easy. Laura, she's a blondie, gray-haired lady. That's her pattern. So if you want to go check that out, check it out. It's pretty cool, and that's why we're going to end up doing it up. So thanks for watching, subscribing, and upvoting. We really appreciate it here at the Mama Pop Quilt Shop. If you have any questions or suggestions, just leave them below, and we will get back to you. Okay? Thanks, everybody. Enjoy your Wednesday, and catch you next time. Bye-bye.